Hi, welcome to our channel of IGNOU Audiobooks, Indira Gandhi National Open University, School of Social Work, SOSW, Bachelor of Social Work, BFSW, Semester I, BSW 121 Professional Social Work and its Values, Block 1 Introduction to Professional Social Work, Unit 2 Introduction to Social Work Concepts 2, 2.0 Objectives. In the earlier unit, we learned some concepts which are used in connection with professional, social work training and practice. We continue the exercise and present another set of concepts. By the end of this unit, you should be able to know the meaning of various concepts such as social service, social welfare, social work, social policy, social justice, social security and social defense. Define these concepts, distinguish between these and other related concepts wherever necessary, and understand the significance of these concepts for social work teaching and practice. 2.1 Introduction. In this chapter, we continue our study of concepts that are relevant to social work profession. Here we deal with concepts such as social service, social welfare, social work, social policy, social justice, social security, and social defense. The modern state has taken major responsibility in ensuring the welfare of its citizens. Voluntary action by individuals and agencies also contribute to supplement these efforts. In some cases, voluntary agencies act as critic of government's performance by raising issues related to human rights violation. We must understand the relevant concepts to understand these issues. 2.2 Social service, social defense, social security and social welfare. Social service. Every civilized society has a duty to enable its members to lead an emancipated, respectful, decent and dignified life. Personality development and optimum realization of potentials, talents, and abilities is possible when a person has provisions for varied kinds of services like health, housing, education, recreation, etc. Broadly speaking, the term service means an act of helpful activity. Help, Webster's Encyclopedic Unabridged Dictionary 1996, 1304. The term help never means spoon feeding. It has been etymologically derived from Teutonic helpin, which means aid or assistance given to another through some kind of reinforcement or supplementation of the other's actions or resources to make him her more effective in terms of performance of socially expected roles as a responsible member of society. Webster's Encyclopedic Unabridged Dictionary 1996, 659. Thus, social service in its broadest sense means any aid or assistance provided by society to enable its members to optimally actualize their potentials, to effectively perform the roles expected prescribed by society, and to remove obstacles that come in the way of personality development or social functioning. According to H. M. Cassidy, 1943, 13, the term social services means those organized activities that are primarily and directly concerned with the conservation, the protection, and the improvement of human resources, and includes as social services, social assistance, social insurance, child welfare, corrections, mental hygiene, public health, education, recreation, labor protection, and housing. Friedlander, 1963, 4. Social services thus are those services which are envisaged and provided by society to its members to enable them to develop optimally and help them to function effectively and to lead life of decency, dignity, and liberty. These services directly benefit all the members of society, irrespective of their religion, caste, race, language, region, culture, etc. The two other terms used in literature are public services and social welfare services. A finer distinction between public services and social services is that the public services are envisaged and organized by the state as an institution created by society to manage its affairs to the citizens. Social services are envisioned and provided by people in society as enlightened persons for promoting human and social development. Despite this fine distinction, both the terms are quite often used interchangeably and taken as synonyms of each other. At present, when the state is gradually withdrawing from social sector, leaving everything to market forces, corporations or corporate bodies or organizations and civil society organizations, it is more appropriate to use the term social services as compared to public services. Social welfare services are those social public services which are specifically visualized and designed for weaker and vulnerable sections of society to enable them to effectively compete with other sections of society to join the mainstream. The characteristic features of social services: 1. Social public services are visualized and organized by society state. 2. These services directly benefit all sections of society. 3. These services have a very wide scope, including everything that has a direct bearing on the quality of life of people. 4. These services aim at promoting human and social development, protecting human rights of people, and creating a sense of duty among them towards society. Social services are very important for social work because 1. Social work is concerned with promoting human and social development. 2. Social work seeks to enhance effective social functioning and create new social institutions which are required, and modify the existing institutions in order that people may optimally realize their potentials and effectively contribute their might towards society's proper functioning. 3. Social work aims at promoting sustainable development by conserving and developing environments so that enough resources may be left for future generations to enable them to live. At times, moved by altruistic considerations, a trained social worker may be seen providing services absolutely in an honorary manner. Social action: every person, by sheer virtue of living in society and therefore being a social animal, does participate in social action. The concept of social action, generally speaking, is comprised of three components: 1. Social being, 2. Social context or situation, and 3. Inspiration. As a concept, it originated in sociology, the science of society. Action is to be distinguished from behavior in that it involves meaning or intention. Social action in sociology is analyzed in terms of typical actors in typical situations by identifying actors' goals, expectations, and values, the means of achieving those goals, the nature of situation, and the actor's knowledge of that situation. Abercrombie, Hill and Turner, 1986, 14. There are two main forms of action theory: 1. Hermeneutic, and 2. Positivist. Hermeneutic theorists like Schutz uphold that action invariably has meaning. Positivists like Parsons explain action in terms of goals and means defined by social structure and internalized in course of socialization. Social action in social work, which is considered as one of its auxiliary methods, is different from that in sociology. A review of available literature on social action reveals that there is no unanimity on the concept of social action, which has quite often been confused with community organization, community work, and community action. It was Mary E. Richmond who in 1920 used this term for mass movement through propaganda and social legislation. Since then, a number of definitions have been given by various writers on the subject. Some noteworthy among them are as under: Kenneth Ellen Prey, 1945, 348. Social action is the systematic, conscious effort directed to influence the basic social conditions and problems out of which arise the problems of social adjustment and maladjustment to which our service as social workers is directed. Elizabeth Wickenden, 1956. Social action is a term applied to that aspect of social welfare activity directed towards shaping, modifying, or maintaining the social institution and problems that collectively constitute the social environment. Social action is concerned with adjustment of the social environment to meet recognized needs of individuals and to facilitate those relationships and adjustments necessary to its own best functioning. Arthur Dunham, 1958, 50 to social action may be defined as efforts to bring about change or prevent change in current social practices or situations through education, propaganda, persuasion, or pressure in behalf of the objectives believed by the social actioners to be socially desirable. W. A. Friedlander, 1963 to 18. Social action is an individual, group, or community effort within the framework of social work philosophy and practice that aims to achieve social progress, to modify social problems, and to improve social legislation and health and welfare services. K. K. Jacob, 1965 63. Social action is essentially an effort aimed at initiating suitable changes and reforms to improve socio-economic conditions and to better social climate. M. V. Murthy, 1968 to 17. Social action is a social work technique which makes entire community, or at least a large number of its members, conscious of the unsatisfactory state of affairs and desirous of effective solutions. Thus, social action may be defined as a method of social work in which conscious, systematic, and organized efforts are made under the guidance of professional social worker by some elites and or people themselves to bring about change in the system, which facilitates the problem solving and evil eradication and thereby improves the conditions in society to enable people, particularly the weaker and vulnerable sections, to optimally realize their potentials and effectively function as part and parcel of the mainstream of society. Important characteristic features of social action as used in social work are: 1. It is a method of social work which is practiced in close collaboration with other methods. 2. It aims at bringing about changes in social structure and system to enable people realize their innate and inherent capacities and to participate in social functioning at equal plane. The ultimate aim of social action is to promote equality, social as well as economic, and reduce injustice, abuse, and exploitation. 3. The process of social change sought to be introduced through social action may be reformative in nature, directed towards eradication of social evils, or it may be developmental, geared towards creation of new institutions or strengthening of the existing institutions threatened by vested interests of certain dominant sections of society. 4. The method of social action seeks to usher in the desired changes in society through conscientization, awareness generation, promotion of social integration, formation and strengthening of people's own organizations, formulation of conducive policies, enactment of socially healthy laws, eradication of existing social evils which impede the desired development of people and retard social progress. 5. Social action in its basic nature is non-violent. Undoubtedly, there are vested interests in society, i.e., the powers which exercise domination and rule, want to perpetuate the status quo. They become impatient due to organized strength of the people involved in social action and direct the state machinery to suppress the voice of dissent, even by resorting to violent methods. Though there are some writers like Brito, 1980, who advocate the conflictual nature of the social action process. Maybe because it creates some kind of conflict between the vested interests of the privileged and rich and genuine interests of the deprived and depressed, yet at the practical plane it has to adopt and follow the methods and techniques which do not lead to violence and bloodshed. 6. Social action as a method contemplates that all power is taken away from the so-called do-gooders and it should actually be transferred to the people who are the intended beneficiaries. And in order to achieve this, it takes recourse to desired transformation in social policies, laws, plans and programs. 2.5 Summary. We conclude our introduction to the basic concepts related to social work and disciplines related to it. As the course progresses, you will come across these concepts repeatedly, and your understanding will become broader. When you go to the field, practice the social work methods or conduct research, there will be greater scrutiny of these concepts. Social security, social services, social welfare, and social defense are primarily related to government policies and programs. Social services refer to any aid or assistance provided to society to enable its members to perform effectively as a citizen. In other words, it consists of all efforts to improve the human resources of the society. Social defense, on the other hand, consists of all efforts by the society to prevent deviant behavior which can lead to social disorganization. Social service is promotive, whereas social defense is preventive and rehabilitative. Social security refers to the protection of citizens from various risks like disease, want, unemployment, and idleness. Social welfare is the organized system of social services and institutions to provide the citizen with those services and goods which will help the citizen lead a productive and satisfying life. Social justice is a much discussed topic in our country. Clearly, there are many dimensions to the concept. Basically, it means that every member of the society gets his or her due, that is a fair deal. It stands against all values which advocate inequality, violence, entrenched privileges, etc. Social justice is part of the larger social policy which is also discussed. Policy can be defined as the framework within which a stated course is adopted to attain certain objectives. Finally, we discussed social work and presented a brief discussion on it. You will, of course, be studying about social work in detail later. Though there are 6 methods in social work, we have discussed only one method, social action, as the term is used differently in different disciplines. Thank you. Subscribe to our channel for more updates, and we will see you with the next chapter.